I recently had a student slash client ask me if I have ever experienced light language in a spiritual hypnosis session. So I am Courtney Starkey, the founder of Soul Empowering Hypnosis, and I have facilitated a lot of spiritual hypnosis sessions, and I actually have not experienced light language that often, but the story that I'm about to tell you is really remarkable because it's not only about light language, it's also about my cat speaking light language during a hypnosis session in real life with her real vocal cords. All right, bear with me, I will explain all of it. So this was back when I was still facilitating sessions in person. I work exclusively on Zoom now, that way I can work with everybody all around the world. You guys don't have to wait for me to go anywhere to be able to have our sessions together. So this is years ago, back in Virginia, Washington, DC, and I had this really wonderful client come over for the very first time. She's such an earth angel. She's one of those people that as soon as you look at her, you can tell just earth angel galore. And she's having her session. Now, at the time, I had a really sweet Manx cat. Her name was Football because of her really cute body shape. And Football almost never came downstairs to the first floor where I would facilitate these sessions. She almost always stayed on the third floor, sometimes on the second floor if she felt really comfortable, but almost always right up to the third floor. Only maybe 8 times ever did this cat come down into a session. And if she came down into a session, it was always during the same part within the session. And it's not that my sessions go in a specific order, it's more that she would only come down during the segments that had the client's soul channeling. So she was very exclusive. She was very elitist with who she would come and hang out with. She's not going to hang out with the client. She's not going to hang out with their past life self. She's going to hang out with their soul. So she comes down during this part of the session, and actually the soul had just come in, and the client and the client's soul were very familiar with speaking light language. And I actually got to hear some of it during the session. It was really, really cute, very like chirpy, perky. It was really, really nice to listen to. It was very adorable. So then we get to the part of the session where I say, Soul, can you let us know what your name is? What do you like to go by in the spirit realm? And this is when the cat comes down. The cat hears that question. The soul that's already borrowing the client's vocal cords says, I would like to say the name, but I cannot pronounce it with these human vocal cords. And the cat, as if on cue, started to make a noise. The best way I can describe it is the very beginning of the noise was like a yawn, but then that yawn noise turned into some sound that I have never heard that cat make before or since. So she makes this noise, and then my client starts crying, and her soul says the words, that's how you pronounce it. And then the cat went upstairs. So I have very little light language experience during my hypnosis sessions. I don't know why. You'll notice that whenever somebody has been a hypnotherapist for a really long time, that they tend to get a certain type of client and or a certain type of soul. And for whatever reason, the ones that can speak or are interested in speaking light language don't tend to have sessions with me. I'm not against it. It's just that it's not something I've ever really been drawn to. Again, not against it. I think it's really interesting, and I love that story that just happened. But I do wonder if because it's not something that I participate in actively in this life, maybe that's why I don't really get clients that are experiencing that during their sessions. And who knows, maybe next year all of that will change and it's going to be a lot of light language clients all at once. Things can happen. But yeah, so that is not something that I'm really familiar with. However, the cat did bring the magic during that session. And what I'll do during future lives is I'll tell more stories, some about the cat. She's really magical. Other questions that you guys have asked about hypnosis sessions. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have ever. They make me really happy. And then I also want to make sure that I take the opportunity to invite you to a free 2-hour hypnosis training. It's coming up really soon, and we'll be going over the #1 solution to the #1 problem that every hypnotherapist is concerned about and every client is concerned about. And it's that question of what to do when the session is failing and the script isn't working and the client is experiencing nothing. So I will be teaching a 2-hour soul empowering hypnosis, SEH, hypnosis training coming up in just a few days. All you have to do is go to hypnosisisfreedom.com and you can sign up and you'll be able to get the access link. Make sure that you attend live because there are no replays, and also the attendees are capped at 100. So make sure that you also log in on time. We'll be going over the really, really easy to use answer for what to do when the client is experiencing nothing. You're also going to get to experience a really wonderful group hypnosis session where I've pulled together some of my top hypnosis techniques that have been really trusted and enjoyed by some of my highest achieving clients. So whether it's tech billionaires or media moguls or TV celebrities or you name it, I have a lot of really world champion athletes. I have a lot of really interesting clients that their souls have taught me some very fascinating hypnosis techniques, and we're going to pay it forward so that you can experience those hypnosis techniques for yourself. So again, hypnosisisfreedom.com. Go there, register, pick the training date that works best for you, and I will see you there. All right. Please send in your questions. I really enjoy answering them. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.